Awesome. Thank you so much again, chair and members. And I won't get into, I'm with the National Stewardship Action Council, again, Heidi Sanborn, and I'm here in strong support of this legislation to establish EPR for vapes. A bill which I introduced in California 3 years ago that was amended to be a truth in labeling bill on cannabis vapes. But this year we do have a full household hazardous waste EPR bill, which does include cannabis and tobacco vapes. And there's also a bill, as you've heard, to ban the sale of single-use vapes. That's also moving in California now. These vapes are poorly designed for end of life and have increased problems and costs for waste management systems, including increasing insurance costs and evading detection due to their size, as was just mentioned. And some vapes, I don't know if you know this, but they're actually built into hoodies. So the strings can be smoked like this, and kids can avoid detection, also into highlighters and also into watches we've seen. And in fact, some vapes, they've even designed games onto them so the kids actually get more points for the game if they take a deeper toke. So there's a whole lot of problems around this product. And a lot of, if we're thinking about collecting vapes, are we talking about hoodies? Are we talking about highlighters? I mean, what makes a vape? So that's just an added complication on the definition that we all have to struggle with. Most consumers don't realize that these things contain a hazardous product. Tobacco is listed as acutely hazardous by the federal government. Cannabis is not, interestingly enough. So they have to be regulated differently, which makes them complicated. And we did find out that in California, where we have legalized cannabis, that the cannabis vapes were being labeled truly disposable. And that was basically indicating to people you can just throw them in the garbage. And so we did pass our law to make them so they have to say that they're hazardous waste and they have to be brought back to a facility. But the bottom line is they're what I call a horrible hybrid. They've got all these different materials in them. They are not designed for end-of-life management and end up, as we've heard, as litter. So I would urge to, you could consider doing a single-use vape ban. I can tell you that single-use vapes are much cheaper and very wasteful, but they're also cheaper so that the kids can get them. And then again, we've got to address these other types of vapes in the forms that they're coming to hide the fact that people are using the vapes everywhere. So
thank you, Ms. Sanborn. I've been timing you on the clock here, so you are at the end of your 3 minutes. We appreciate it. And thank you for your written testimony as well, where you gave some suggestions. So do we have any questions for her? Yes, Rep. Campbell.
Oh, she's still there?
yeah, sorry, let me turn the camera back on.
Okay, sorry, thank you. I don't know anything about cigarettes. I don't know anything about vaping. But you said that they have video games for children on them?
There are literally vapes now that have little screens, and you literally get more points for the game if you take a deeper breath.
Wow. And are they more harmful than cigarettes?
Well, I can tell you that a lot of the companies where these are coming from are overseas and unregulated. I have very serious concerns, and I can tell you in California that our health committee is looking at all of this. But we also just passed a textile recycling EPR bill, first in the nation. And now we're really worried, are these vapes that are in the clothes going to start bales of textiles on fire? We're at a place where I really think as an industry and as a country, we have to get to the place where products are screened before they go to the market. We can't do this after the fact, try to catch up with what the market's done, because it's just setting our facilities on fire. And we're putting our people in danger in these facilities.
Thank you.
Hmm?
You mentioned facilities going on fire. Do you have any specific examples of warehouses catching on fire?
Oh yeah, they're all over the country. In fact, the Solid Waste Association of North America just gave a huge, they put out a statement which state of Maine could sign on to, that's saying that we're asking for the producers of these products to take responsibility and to work with us because it becomes an epidemic. In fact, there's a chart that the Fire Rover put out that the amount of fires that are happening in our facilities has gone up at almost the exact same trajectory as vapes.
Would it be possible, could you share that information with the committee?
Happy to. Yep.
Great, thanks.
And I can show you that the South Bay Waste Management Authority in the Bay Area did catch fire They did link it to a lithium ion battery, but they can't really tell exactly what it was because of the fire. 8 months we were out of business, $8.5 million of damage. And that's what led to the EPR bill for batteries in California.
Hey, thank you very much. Thanks for your testimony. Appreciate it. Marianne, we'll take the next person on Zoom.